Hey, everybody. Asada is here with you for Gathering of the Griots. Once again, thank you for tuning in. We are going to have a beautiful show of a lot of excellent exposure of what we've done and what we're going to do and how this weekend was. But let's take a look first at that good old intro for the female solution. Thanks, Naima Latif. Here we go, guys.
Radio. Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, Executive Producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Join us live on the on-air radio network called 727-731-5192. We want to talk to you.
I love that. We want to talk to you. What's up? Not that you even sound like that, David, but that's my version. Anyway, I'm so happy to be here. Let me tell you, it's so much work when you are working to build these events at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair, whatever version it is. Saturday was the spring fling version of the event, and I just loved it. I always have fun at these events. And I'm always thinking at the same time about the future and what we're going to do and all of the good stuff. And so later today, we're going to have a little bit of input from some of the authors at the event that wanted to speak about their experience. And man, this was the first time that we ever had authors that were like, when's the next event? I want to register for the next event. And like half a dozen people have already registered for the event, for the next event. So I love it. You love it. I love it. Let's do it. So what I want to do today, though, is I want to look at some of the past. Y'all don't really know the full story of the past. And it's not that I'm going to tell you the full story today. But I think it's important to look at from whence we came. And this little mini documentary was done by none other than Amandilo Kuzan of OM Productions. And so I want to share it with you because I know that it's something that when I saw it, I was like, Not that you're going to be crying, but it really gives you a full spectrum of just the first year of this event and what happened and what set the tone for events to come. I didn't even know it was going to be events to come, but let's take a look at that now and see why we shine. I love it so much.
Since antiquity, African people have been known for their rich oral tradition and colorful storytelling, qualities that in modern times have laid the foundation for a multi-billion-dollar industry known as hip-hop. Yet despite our mastery of the spoken word, the written word, formed into books and manuscripts, has always played a significant role in African life and culture. From early cave drawings in the Sahara Desert, to the extensive written records of Mesopotamia and Egypt, to the world-renowned universities of Cordoba and Timbuktu, to the powerful slave narratives of people such as Frederick Douglass and Sojourner Truth, to the rich compositions of the Harlem Renaissance, the rise of Pan-Africanism, and the Civil Rights Movement, to the growing self-publishing market of today, Black people have made more than their fair share of contributions to literary greatness. Today, in 2016, a humble visionary by the name of Asada continues the work of the ancestors by founding the Soulful Chicago Book Fair.
Soulful Chicago Book Fair, be there!
The Soulful Chicago Book Fair is a vision that has quickly caught fire and taking form in the rich Black soil of the Chicago literary scene. A vision that provides support and encouragement to many other visionaries with something important to say. On Saturday, July 16, 2016, that vision came to life at the cross-section of such historic communities as Woodlawn, Inglewood, and Bronzeville, running east to west on 61st Street between Cottage Grove and Martin Luther King Drive. Chicago will never be the same again.
Now before somebody else take it. Okay. See my phone. I don't know
I
what's
know
going
it.
on. Great day. Oh, you're looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
That's Lexi. Don't play women's voice.
All right. You ready for the big day?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I'm excited.
This is my team right here.
Hey team, what's
Ready to
up?
help me out.
The Ray Ray team. What's your job, young man?
Activities.
So glad you're here and supporting this great effort.
Of course. This is fantastic.
Isn't it beautiful?
Come on.
Okay.
I need me some brothers too. But that's all right.
I mean,
Would you see this float? Do you see this float?
That float is beautiful, Asada.
It's just gorgeous. Wow. So y'all get up there and get a nice
Hey Chicago, this is Jonathan. We're at Soulful Chicago Book Fair, and we're excited to speak to one of our vendors who has a phenomenal book. Tell us about your book and give us your name.
My name is Tiffany Golar. The title of the book is A Bitter Pill to Swallow. It's a young adult novel. It's set in Chicago in the early 90s. It features a cast of predominantly black characters, and it's about two teenagers who were dealing with depression and PTSD.
My name is James Roby. I'm out of Detroit, relocated to Chicago. I'm bringing my book, Pale Horse. Involves a former officer in the military, like myself. Goes home, starts his own detective agency, but they call him back for one more case. If you want to check out more information, go to jamesroby.net. That's jamesroby.net. Check it out. There's a link to show you how to buy it, or come to the Soulful Chicago Book Fair.
You were blessed with reasonably pleasant surroundings and pious counsel, weren't you?
I always had the feeling that Isadora knew more about me than I did.
Well then, aren't you obliged to settle down and start a family so you can give to others?
No, I don't believe I'll ever get married. There's too much to do and life's too short for me to shackle myself to a mortgage and a marriage.
You just won't act right, will you? Suppose you had to get married, Rutherford Calhoun. What about that?
She couldn't be pregnant.
But our children, the formative years are the most critical years in the whole development cycle. So if we're going to teach our kids something about black history, black culture, the earlier, the better. So this is why I think if we begin right in place with children, and in this workbook, there's so many areas that we can cover, from African folklore to proverbs to African American history to mime. There's so many things that we could do to capture the interests of children, and of course you have to have music.
Jumping on the bed, monkey fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, you got to like a feeling.
My name is Joanne Fastoff, and I write about an FBI agent that deals with global problems that hit America's shores, like illegal logging, illegal diamonds, illegal tobacco smuggling, the Iranian rescue mission. So my protagonist is not inept, he's not comic relief, and he's not a sidekick. He's a supervising agent in the FBI. So my books are called The Gordian Knot, The Pact, The Lie, and The Smoke Ring. And I'm working on the 5th book called The Standing People.
So this is my debut novel, Women's Voices. And it's about a family of women, and they all have some dark secrets, and it comes out over a family dinner, but they're on a road to redemption, to heal. So in this book, the mother, Janetta, doesn't want her daughters to know that she used to be a prostitute. So it gets really juicy. And everybody has some little secret they don't want each other to know.
Who is you? I don't know. On your blocks, we gon' blow. Run. Guess what I
People face struggles and injustice. In spite of odds, we came up winning. You can trust this. Y'all see proof in the metropolis that flourished, making way for the movement which was nourished, building on unity, forging revolution, standing up for our future. They were marching right. That it came with a price of many a black person's life. That it helped him to grow up proud enough to wear an afro. So I'll tell you what makes it, y'all say. Celebrate my nation.
Ain't gonna let racism turn me
of who we are. It's a reflection of who we are. Now that's not to say that it would not be a good idea, and it could be very functional and practical to learn how to code switch so that you're not limited to speaking in Black dialect.
And we have been talking about how we can get this situation together between men and women, because the reason why we've got this crime in the streets is because we have several generations of broken families and families that were never formed, and children that are seeking protection and self-worth in all the wrong places. And our broken families make us prey to people who want to take over our communities, whether it's having people lose their homes because they don't have fathers that bought homes or provide an economic foundation. They don't have sons that are legitimately earning money, so they've gotten to the drug trade. So all of this, it comes down to the foundation between men and women. So we
can't tell me about me. I feel my heart's left empty. I wish your smile never tempted me. You see, I've been in love, being in love, hey, being in love.
look like y'all taking pictures with Eric Roberson right now. It look crazy. So, how was that? It was amazing, right? See, this to me, this whole movement is about seeing the event through your lens. You know, we have a viewpoint because we organize the event, but then there's this viewpoint of so many of you that we need to hear, you know, the viewpoint from the author, the viewpoint from the person who attended, because we are going to rebuild this literary energy in Chicago. We're going to take control of it. This is our baby. This is what we're going to do. And so this event is important because it circles it out. It closes it out, looks at 2016 and what the event meant to us, right? But then here comes 2017, where we're going to do things on a whole nother level and really make it so that this movement is felt and that you all are honored. People that people would never probably even think to honor, that's who we're going to honor. We're going to honor you, the writers that come together, take your thoughts, put it into some form, and we're going to celebrate it in you. 2017, baby. Be ready.
The Soulful Chicago Book Fair succeeded in its core mission to create the counter-narrative to Chicago's reputation for violence and bolster a renewed appreciation for literacy and the literary arts in the Black community. This six-block, author-centric literary celebration provides a platform for our stories to be told, while inspiring future thinkers to bring to life their thoughts through the written word. As the sun sets on the first ever Soulful Chicago Book Fair, we look to the bright horizon that greets us and say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
Soulful Chicago Book Fair. All right. Soulful Chicago Book Fair. Soulful. 1, 2, 3. Chicago Book Fair. All up on 61st Street. We got authors. Authors galore. Look at all those people. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. All these African American authors, the Griots, have gathered on 61st Street in Woodlawn. It's a dream manifested to reality. First, revealed to me by a sister named Asada Kirkman. Asada Kirkman held it in her mind and found wonderful, bright hearts, energetic people to help. And I'm just a witness. Diet, I'm a witness. My name is Maggie Brown. This is my sister Africa Brown. How y'all doing?
Wait 1 minute. Let me tell you something. Oh, look. Y'all know I be having my tissues. Oh my God. Looking at all that. I was just a crying back here. Lord have mercy. Look, we got a little comment. My girl, Naima said, fabulous documentary. What a wonderful showcase of talent. Hercules. Woo! I was like, I got to give it up to Amadila. Look. Woo! I was crying so much today. I was like, why they keep saying my name? Oh my gosh. Anyway, wait a minute. Did you see, let me tell you what had me rolling. they be playing or singing or whatever. You see my head going down and going through the thing. This little. I remember the day. I remember the intense stress of creating the day. I remember it was 4 beautiful blocks, but when you gotta walk back and forth 4 blocks just to see, oh my God, it was a news camera people there. I couldn't even see them. I was so tired of going back and forth for those 4 blocks. But man, even in our first year, what was so crazy is that there were other very big events happening in Chicago that day. And so we had the VON event. That was a radio station. They have a big R&B showcase. They had the Silver Room block party. That bring like 10,000 people to it. And then we had our little first book fair, but you saw how well attended it was. Oh my gosh. So it was so amazing. I was so tired. And so when people were like, "Oh, I love it. I can't wait till next year." I was like, wait till next year. I was like, what are they talking about? Oh, but anyway, it went in next year and it went in next year, went in next year. But beyond the years, we went, that was in the summer of 2016. But then we had a holiday book fair right after that, Kwanzaa book fair. And then we had maybe I think a Black History event right after that. So we have like 3 book fairs a year. And boy, oh boy, well, I mean, I don't really have words for the power. And that's just a little piece of everything that's happened over the past 8 years. And so if you want to call in and give your flavor, you could call in at 727-731-5192. And oh man, just give your feedback about what we were, what you experienced this weekend, and just everything that's on the table. Soulful Chicago Book Fair. This is going to be a video heavy show today because I just have so much to share. I want to give big ups to the company that handled our production this weekend. First Word Media, woo, 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 with my man, Brother Warren Muhammad. Oh my gosh, he was great. He really came in because my regular beautiful cameraman, Amandilo Kuzan, couldn't be there. And so this brother was talking to me on maybe it was early in the week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know. But he was like, "You need somebody for Saturday?" I was like, "Of course I do." And so he came through. Thank you to First Work Media. We're going to see some of his work today. And if you need media work, hey, look him up. You get back to me and let me know what's up. But man, what a powerful, powerful journey this is. And I just give thanks. I give thanks for taking the charge. Okay. Because I wasn't a girl who was like, I read a book every day or I read a book every week. No, I wasn't doing that. But for some reason, the creator kept and keeps putting me in these literary circles. I was supposed to open a literary cafe in New York, and I managed Afrocentric bookstore here in Chicago. And it was just all these literary things. I don't know. And I actually first started to read an ample amount in this organization called the Archbishop's Leadership Project back in the day when I was in high school, and it was under the Archdiocese, and we had to read books every week in the summer. And so, and that's that I was reading every week, but we had autobiography of Malcolm X. We had to read Frantz Fanon's book, Martin Luther King's book, Why We Can't Wait. I mean, and I started to read really prolific authors like Ivan Van Sertima and man, it just, the list goes on and on. J.A. Rogers, They Came Before Columbus. That was by my man, Ivan Van Sertima. But man, Destruction of Black Civilization. So very heavy on nonfiction. I am and was, right? But now that I've started with the Soulful Chicago Book Fair, I'm coming to appreciate other genres and really get wrapped up in even the fiction stories that we make, because they're not just fiction stories, they're stories about our people. And that's the biggest thing about the Soulful Chicago Book Fair for me, is that I don't care what other people have to say about us as a people. I care about what we say about ourselves now, because it's not going to be derogatory and tearing us down. We don't support that. But it's going to be about our lens. How are we seeing the world? How are we experiencing the world? And nobody can tell that better than us, right? We always look outside of ourselves for a lot of things, but everything's within us. Everything is within us. Every solution, every dream, every vision, it's just all in us. All we got to do is tap in, look, tap into the creator, baby, and you will definitely see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we got some authors coming to the table. We got some good old footage of this past weekend. Oh my God. Oh my God. And so much so that people were literally waiting and are waiting for the summer. So let's take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
The Soulful Chicago Book Fair presents its 2024 Spring Fling. Saturday, April 20th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Over 100 titles by Black authors. Fiction, nonfiction, and children's books. Free admission, open to all ages. Book buying galore. Featuring vocalist Sherry Soul, Dion Victoria's Art Party, Music Magic Time for the children, great food, lots of fun, and much, much more. Saturday, April 20th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Betty Shabazz Academy, 78th and Ellis. Special thanks to our sponsor, CEO Superheroes. The Soulful Chicago Book Fair Spring Fling. Be there.
And people were there. It was so good. I had to show that because, just give you a little summation of what the event was going to do. But then there's the what did the book fair do? And so there's so many moments. If you are on Facebook at all, you've seen some of the pictures. But man, let me show you. Let me just show you some of the vibes that day. And I want to give a big shout out to CEO Superheroes. That's right. Woo, woo. Look, I'm a Vogue. CEO Superheroes were our sponsors, and I'm so thankful to them. It's an organization of young people who get exposed to a litany of different things, from martial arts to golf training, robotics. They have a program called Bots for Tots, where young people are learning how to build robots. Come on now, who does that? But one of the big features this past semester, I guess we can call it, my daughter Patience taught a photography class, and to teenagers no less, okay, on Friday night. She barely a teenager herself, but she was out there going and training young people on how to do photography. And then you have me teaching young people how to do a podcast, and basically a show just like this, but that they can control, deal with their issues. Go ahead, put all the programming in. It was a blast. And so just want to share some of the images. There we go. Look at that. The CEO superheroes sitting there just giving their whole feedback about their experience. There goes little Lexi. With Andre, that brother is a wonderful mentor to them. And so who else do we have? We have, oh, look at them here. These are the CEO superheroes getting interviewed themselves by the children of Betty Shabazz. And that was awesome to see teenagers interviewing teenagers. So that was the bomb. And oh, look at little Lexi. She attended the art party with Dion Victoria. And so she's a good artist. She was back there doing a thing. What's so great about Lexi? Lexi was at the event like around 10 something, 11 something. She had to go to Girl Scouts. That girl told her mama, I want to go back to the art party. So they went to Girl Scouts and came back so that she could take place with the other young children at the art party and get to drawing. And we just had great content. Look at that. Memories of a Slave by Daryl Fowler. That's my girl Khadijah doing her little walkthrough and checking out his selection. And y'all know I'm a Scientologist. Boo, boo, boo. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. So had the Dianetics team out there. People were not only interested in the book and bought the book, but they were sitting down and doing stress tests to find out like, yo, what's the part of your life that you really want to handle? Sometimes it's not what you think, but they were doing stress tests. So big ups to those folks. And then, there's Anissa Hunter. She's similar to myself. And she like, kids don't come with a manual. And that was her book. And people buying her book there. And look at my girl, Grief. I didn't sign up for this. Okay, that's Shalika Smith. And people were out there, getting her. That's an important topic, right? Because grief is something that many of us go through, but man, it's not something that we know how to handle. We got a little comment here. My girl, Viata said, good to see all the positivity going on in the Windy City. I know, right? I think she's in Florida, but I'm glad you tune in, baby. If you're on a gathering of griots, you could be all over the world. So thank you for chiming in. And so we just had so many great experiences. Look at this. We're going to get into seeing this author of this book a little bit later. Wrote a book. This was her first time at a book fair. And so, man, it was just a lot of excellence going on. And I just really appreciate everything, all the energy. And I'm going to show a couple of clips to help you see like, what was going on? These were created by my man, like I said, First Work Media. And so, yeah, take a look and let me see. Let me get it all lined up because he got it lined up for us. Here we go. There was a little taste there, a little taste of what we had this weekend. Don't be moving, doing that phone. So anyway, just a little bit more energy, and I guess to hear what my personal contribution has been, my personal, I guess my mission. Let's just take a look because my man got that too.
Hey, everybody. This is Asada, the founder of the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. We're in our 8th year. Can you believe that? And have even as gone as far as the metaverse with this book fair. But I'm an author, so I knew that I needed to do something to bring life to writers because we don't really get a good road. Dancing does, fine art does, but somebody needed to put the authors on stage. So I chose to do it. If you see, look, my man L. Ron Hubbard, I'm a Scientologist. He said, look, ow. He said, if you see a problem, look at what you didn't do and know why it's a problem. And so my thing was, hey, we need more events for writers. I need to increase the literary marketplace. So I do the book fair, and here I am. And this is our Soulful Chicago Spring FLING book fair. And I'm having a good old time. I done danced, I done ran, I done sold books, and ate some food. So stay in tune so you can be at everything we do. Peace.
No, seriously. The dancing, for real, hilarious. Like just straight up authors in the aisles dancing because of the music you feeling. You know, y'all know I'm a closet DJ, right? So anyway, I had that house music pumping because I just did. And so, man, this is just a great day. I'm thinking about the day and how things went, and I'm so appreciative of Dion Victoria doing the art party with the young people because the girl can draw, the girl could paint tremendously. I mean, they were just, she did portrait images of children, and children got to like speak through their own experience with using art. And so, man, I'm thinking back, she was supposed to get on stage and spit some loveliness, but I totally forgot. Lord, I was just doing too much. But Dion, we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna pick them words up in the next book fair. But yeah, so if in fact you want to call, the numbers on the bottom of the screen. Come on through. This is 727-731-5192. Oh, Naima said, nicely done montage. Ooh, yeah, I know, right? So, I'm so happy to have people that help me capture what the book fair does, what the book fair is, because it's really not a small thing, right? Taking responsibility. I'm a writer myself, right? And so that's cool. But then who services the writers? That's really my thing. Like who makes it so that we shine? Because we're putting a lot of energy out, and you are so vulnerable when you actually just write. When you choose to put your ideas in a book, the vulnerability is crazy because you don't know if you're going to get support from your family. You get people saying things about, oh, what you're doing, and just some people don't have the same level of faith. But when you're doing work like this, you do need people to believe in you. You do. Period. I don't like saying, come out and support the writers. I'm not talking, this ain't no charity. Now, it's just a matter of how, as a race, we're going to choose how our comeuppance comes. Who's going to celebrate what we do? We have to celebrate ourselves. And I find that, talking to authors and getting our authors to come to the table is a way to get it forever. Like the book is literally going to be forever. It's not going to, even when the bodies that made them go on, those books are still going to live. And I think and know that putting energy into that growth is so important to me. And the thing I know is that there's a book inside of so many of us. If you're watching this, you got a book inside of you. I already know. But I've had so many people not take, I don't want to say responsibility in this case, because sometimes it's just fear. And sometimes it's know-how. People just don't know how to do it, right? And so it's okay. That's what we do at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. We make it so that you don't have a hard way to go. You've been trying to make a book for 10 years. That's what you're trying to do. Good. Let me help you take it from thought to fruition, period. Because not having that support or not having that background, I don't like the word support, but not having the hands that can lead you to what you really want is a thing. But if you're watching this and you have a book in you, you have a literary family that you can depend on. So there were just uh, so many great stories about what people were experiencing. Brother R. Hutchinson, he has a book called Lover's Quarrel and The Lover Quarrel. And he was saying that at the previous book fair, he got his first client for his publishing company. There's stuff like that that I just don't know. Another brother named Navi Robbins, he actually helped me with a client of mine that was at the book fair. He does book covers and trailers and all of that. But he was saying after the first book fair, he said that he got taught on what to do, on how to do it. He was sort of an introvert, but it really spearheaded his literary career in these different ways, not just writing books, which he did, but also the sort of sideline producing the trailers and making the book covers and really being able to use the book fair's clientele to become his clientele. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. It's enough out here for everybody. You got my girl, Jarima, who does the children's book fair, right? It's a book festival. It's called Words of Wonder. And that deals with the children's books. But I'm like, good. Let's go. Send them to Jarima. Bring Jarima over. It's the literary environment for Black people is just something that is needed. We need as a group to bolster that, take the responsibility for that. We have a book fair coming up. It's a spring book fair coming up this weekend. My girl, Bridget McGill, boop, 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 boop. If you don't, I don't have that flyer in front of me, but look up Spring Book Fair, Bridget McGill on social media, on Facebook primarily, and they have a book fair happening this weekend. So we got to keep this going because we write books only, not only because we're passionate about the topics, but because this should be a way of life, right? We know my girl that wrote Harry Potter, this her way of life, right? And so people came and supported that and got that book, and that's what they're into. And so what the Soulful Chicago Book Fair does, it creates this environment where we are going to increase the literary marketplace for our writers. Simple as that. Yup, if you go to Barnes and Nobles and all those good stores, I don't know how easy it is to find a Black book, but I do know how easy it is to find a Black book at our book fair. And so if you need to know, our next book fair is going to be August 10th, right? And yes, we're going to be in the same place we were last year. That's at Apostolic Church of God. Hallelujah. On 63rd in Dorchester. And so you'll see promo and what have you coming up soon. But yep, get ready. And, I kind of want to let y'all see like what that looks like. I'm going to show you the last summer book fair. Oh, let me tell you, it rained all day. I'm talking about all day, but I'm glad it wasn't as bad as it was in some parts of the world. It wasn't like Dubai type of rain, but it rained all day. But somebody said the other day, I think it was Joanne Fasto, she was like, I still sold books in the rain. And I still have people coming to me going, oh, I love this. I was like, what? Who loved it? I'm like, I'm wet as I don't know what. But anyway, take a look at what that event was like because we have more in store coming up this summer. So take a peek. Today at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair, so much excitement was in people's spirits. I mean, you could just hear how excited they were to not only be here, but surprisingly, even with raining all throughout the book fair, people are saying things like, this is beautiful. I love this. So today, 2023, Book Fair. I love it. It's soulfulchicagobookfair.com to just find things in a new unit of time and see what we're doing. Rain or shine. Rain or shine. But we're not doing no more rain. I already had a talk with the creator, like, okay, I got it. Because, you know, things were really big this summer we had advertisements on the buses, on the trains, on the train platforms. And so, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we got to take it a step up. We got to step it up. And so that's part of why we do this show with Gathering of the Griots, because we need to hear what we're doing. We need to see it, but we also need to hear it. We're out here really, you know, what they call that? Pounding the pavement with what we're doing with our books. And everybody doesn't know how to do it, right? But it's okay. We've been doing this for 8 years now. And so showing authors how to go through this process is something that I've just been gifted by the creator to do. I fully believe in just helping us. I love the stories, helping us get our stories out. Let me just say that, right? Every house I go by, I look at it and I want to know the story inside that house, because there's so many. And if we're going to save ourselves, we need to see and listen to how others are doing it. And what better way than to put it in a book? Because see, you can't be everywhere at all the time. But yeah, your book can travel the world. Your book can reach places that you might not be able to reach, right? And so that's why the Soulful Chicago Book Fair is so important. We make it look easy, baby. Look, hold on, let me put my head down for a minute. We make it look easy, but I won't say it's hard. It's just a lot of moving parts to making something like this a reality. You saw that video that we showed in the beginning. I'm talking about floats. I'm talking about tents. I'm talking about just genres. And the thing about it, did you hear those authors describing their books? They weren't talking about, hi, I wrote a book about Jane Run. Like, you know, no, they were literally, no pun intended, literary, but they were talking in a way that you can tell they are thinkers. Like they are creating characters that exemplify not only us with hardships and family members, but stuff like espionage and mental health. And so this is what I'm saying, like the topics that we need confronting in the world. We are out here writing books to actually make those things a reality. And so today I just wanted to make sure I shared with you all of the above, because we've had so many facets of this literary excellence. I got to share it. So looks like we have a caller, 334-895. You're on air. Go ahead and say, I know where you're from. That's Chicago, I think. But 334-895. I could be wrong. What's your name?
Oh, praise God, Mother God, and Father God. Good morning.
Good morning.
My sister.
Peace. What's your name, brother?
What's my name?
Don't say pudding tang. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same.
You know exactly what I'll be.
I know, baby. I know it. That's right. I know.
Oh, my God. This is the Shy Apostle from 63rd Apostolic Church of God.
Nice.
Brother Neil.
Nice. Welcome.
And yes, I'm so glad to hear that the book fair was a success. And I'm looking forward to the one in August. That's my birthday month, so I may even be there.
Oh, I might bring you on the stage. Watch out now.
I do have. Yes. Mm-hmm. I have a question for you, though.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And this is real talk right here. I want you to think about this now, because you a Scientologist, right?
All day long, baby.
So this is my first. This is all day long. I got two questions for you.
Yep.
Scientologists don't only sell, a Scientologist, L. Ron Hubbard, doesn't only sell his books, or doesn't only mention selling his books only to one race, does he?
Oh, God, no.
Second question.
Mm-hmm.
One question. Second question. If you sold soul food, would you only talk about selling soul food just for black people?
So
you want to sell your soul food to as many people as you can, so they can eat your soul food and try your soul food and see what you're talking about. Any books that you write, or getting people to write and motivate and inspiring our brothers and sisters, our melanated brothers and sisters to write. I really support you and appreciate what you're doing. Let's be inclusive. Let's not turn into, let's not, as melanated people, let's talk to our brothers and inspire our other brothers and sisters not to become the races that we've been, the racism or the races that we've been fighting to free ourselves from.
Thank you, brother.
We've had to live with, and our ancestors had to deal with. And so because it seems like some of the melanated brothers and sisters out there, we talking about some good brothers and sisters. Just like, it was talked about on both sides. Some good brothers, some good. But I've heard some of them, and I could have sworn I was listening to a white clan rap when I hear some of the blacks talk about their hatred for white people. So you can't. So our melanated brothers can't talk about the white man, because the only difference in us is our pigmentation. Because if you're black and you're born in America, our beautiful ancestors like Naima and Assad ain't had no choices when they slept with. So therefore, ain't no telling whose blood is running through our veins. In the same way the ones who came over here, them folks who came over here out of the dredges and out of the dungeons, out of the prisons in Europe, when they came over here to the new country. Then you had and the other folks throughout history. They had a lot of them didn't have no choice. So like Obama said, we Mongols, all the blood is mixed. But the fact that there's when we look at the different diasporas, when we look at the different races over history, for some reason there's a hatred, a serious hatred, and I think it has to do with Jesus. My creator is based on that melanated color has really been hated on, and especially in our dispensation, in our lifetime. So therefore, it's still being hated on, and I think it's a spiritual connection. So we need to be more inclusive and show that love, that God, that creative love, and then at the same time keep on being inspired and keep on channeling that Holy Spirit, girl.
Okay, well, let me get to them answers for you. I'm rocking like this, like, oh Lord, I can't wait to answer his question. Oh my God. So here we go. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you, brother. So let's be clear. Just because one is for something does not mean it is against another thing. And so what you get in my book fair and the energy in my book fair, I'm for my people, baby. Oh God, I'm a Marcus Garvey girl. What? Nat Turner personified again, Harriet Tubman, all of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I create forums that build our people, because this world does not, particularly and especially if you are in America. But even if you're not in America, colonialism preceded slavery, chattel slavery in America. So what I do, and even with the Soulful Chicago Book Fair, I got to counter the effects of the anti-literacy laws that were made in this country specifically for Black people. If you got caught reading, they're going to cut your eyes out, cut your fingers off, cut your tongue out. Go look them up, y'all. Antebellum period. You understand? Anti-literacy laws were not created for anybody except Black people. And so I got to counter that, because we now believe that we don't read. They say you want to hide something from a Black person, put it in a book. We believe that. We believe that we're not readers. But the video I showed earlier showed you who started the writing, our people. How can the people that invented the writing now not read? who did the hieroglyphs, who did, like, so it's about countering an impact that was made to make us believe that the literary industry is something we don't do. And I'm here to say, yes, it is. We tell our own stories. And so this ain't got nothing to do against no white people. It was white people at my event, buying books for that matter, and my whole Dianetic Scientology crew. Everybody was white. You understand? So it's not against no white nothing, but it is for Black people. And I think a lot of times people equate being for Black meaning anti-white, but this ain't that, because I don't have time for that. The time it would take to show hatred towards somebody, I don't have time for that. But what I do know is that grossly, people don't look at and laud the excellence of Black people. Oh my God, we excellent beyond measure. Anytime you could see a star that can only be seen by a telescope with the naked eye, the doggone, our people seeing the same constellations with our naked melanated eyes. Yes, I need to make that known. And so the book fair is really about telling the stories and experiences of a great people, because the rest of the world does not depict us as great. But guess what? In our world, oh yes, I'm gonna depict us as great. And it ain't no racism, nothing. Because see, that racism that we experienced was full of vile, evil behavior, where you stretch Black men, you tie them to horses, and you tie their limbs to the horses, and the horses run in opposite directions, ripping a Black man into pieces. This is what we're dealing with. I ain't even talking about that. But that is racist. Those are racism actions. But what we're talking about don't got nothing to do with no violence towards anybody. It's just the upliftment of our people. And I'm going to do that all day and night, 24/7, 365. Whoever can't feel it, I'm sorry. Even in Scientology was started by L. Ron Hubbard, and L. Ron Hubbard did Scientology and Dianetics, but he wrote something called Message to Black People. And the very first line of it says, completely aside from what it means to whites, this technology can offer your people a great chance. And the very last line of that same write-up, it says, use this technology to help your own people. He wrote that to Black people. Oh, thank you, my man, for understanding and overstanding. So that's where I come from. And I often tell them in the church, I said, my game is to Blackify this whole jam. I'm bringing Black people to Scientology to get that knowledge. Y'all better learn how to build them businesses. Y'all better learn how to get together and get rid of your problem, get your ethics right. So the bottom and the top line for me, brother, is I'm going to promote Black people all the time, but it has nothing to do with any anything for any other race. It ain't got nothing to do with them. They're not on the table. That's not what I'm talking about. But I am going to talk about, my first book is called Beating Black Kids. It's about, what do our children, why do we hit our children, and we need not do that. But beyond that, beyond beating Black kids, I have a second book called Bitcoin for Black people. That's what I do. I do Black people. So that's all it is, brother. It's all about for, never about against. I don't have time for that. And we're going to ride this wave of for, get our comeuppance, and continue to push each other forward. And that's what we do. That's what it is. Did that answer your question? I'm sorry. I don't even know if the brother's still here, but I love you. Thank you for that energy. And hey, y'all, come on. If you have questions, comments, you could call 727-731-5192. Go ahead and let us know what you feel, what you think, what you experienced, excuse me, at the book fair. And then we're going to be, I'm sorry, go ahead, brother. Oh, I'm sorry.
I said, excellent answer. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Represent 24/7. I love that energy.
What? 24? Yo, you brought it out of me. I was like, uh-oh, I feel Creed. I feel like Creed right now. Ooh, I got to represent my people. But yeah, thank you, brother. I love our people so much. Any question and comment, I answer with a level of certainty. And that certainty, there's never going to be a maybe when I'm dealing with Black people. I don't care if it's gangbangers, whatever. Like I said in that video, L. Ron Hubbard said, if you see a problem, look at what you didn't do and know why it's a problem. And so when I was teaching in the school system and I was dealing with the gangbangers, I ain't going to sit here and bore them with the nonsense I got to say about no street. I took them to Africa. Let me show you how to get your passport. Boop, boop. And took 18 of them to Africa. now. And when they came back, them grades shot up. They're like in their 30s now. They might even be 40 something. I think I met one at the book fair the other day. He was like, "You used to be my teacher." But we was very close in age at that time. So he in his late 40s. I'm only in my early 50s. But the point is, being a solution is the key. And that's what the book fair is about. It's about representing solutions that we're going to not waver from. And next thing you know, just continue to benefit from. So thank you for calling. We're going to take a commercial break, you guys. And when we come back, we have some authors that we are going to talk to about the book fair. So stay tuned after these messages.
Anase went back to the village with the golden box. He set the golden box and gathered the children as you are gathered now. He opened that box and stories just rushed out of the box.
This is why we are here, because of these people right here. Give it up for the young people today, baby. Give it up better than that, adults. Tell us adults that can't.
Hi, I'm Lauren Cress Love. I'm the sister of the late Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, author of the ISIS Papers and the Cress Theory on Color Confrontation. We're Chicago natives, and to honor her legacy, I'll have her books at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair, Saturday, July 16th, 2016. Be there.
Black Fairy is in this book. Young John Henry, everyone's familiar with the young John Henry, and Deadwood Dick, who's a black cowboy. So these are three plays that are in this book, which has been used by a lot of groups, universities that have produced plays for children.
Hey, Black Child by Usaini Perkins. Hey, Black Child, do you know who you are?
Hi, I'm Joyce Clark. I'm 92 years old, and I have written books for black girls so that they know how important they are and they learn the mystery to their history. I'm going to be at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair, and I want to see you there.
Saturday, August 3rd, 2019. Soulful Chicago book fairs are the most exciting black book fairs on the planet. Born in July of 2016, Soulful Chicago book fairs have both increased the literary marketplace for black writers and given lovers of black literature places to find books about the black experience the world over. The main summer book fair stretches 4 city blocks on 61st Street between Cottage Grove and King Drive. Each block is characterized by its own genre, donning the works of fiction authors, nonfiction authors, and children's authors.
How it's gonna be.
The day begins with a procession of elders atop a float, demonstrating the book fair's honoring of community elders. The entertainment of the Soulful Chicago Book Fair has been second to none. Audiences travel to its Grammy-level stage, which has featured musical artists such as Eric Roberson, King, and many of Chicago's multicultural talents. The book fair's community stage sits equidistant from either end and showcases puppet shows, open mic sessions, and author talks for festival goers to enjoy.
That bought homes or provide an economic foundation.
Aspiring authors have enjoyed the Soulful Chicago Book Fair's lineup of helpful workshops on publishing, writing for children, and legalities of the publishing industry and more. From its exhibitors to its entertainment, its workshops to its overall power, Soulful Chicago Book Fairs will continue to breathe literary life and prosperity into the South Side of Chicago for decades to come.
What are we waiting for? Come back, Asada. Yes, indeed. So the Soulful Chicago Book Fair is alive and well. It will be happening on August 10th. That is from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. It goes to 8 because we have concerts now. Concerts be doing it. And so you see we've had concerts with Grammy level performers, Eric Roberson, King. So I like to bring a neo soul flavor to the energy to the book fair because I don't want to hear no bumping and grinding and all that. We ain't doing all that. I think we need messages. I know we need messages that are inspiring, even songs that deal with love, but like the gentle love and the affinity love that we have for each other. And so everything in the book fair is all things literary. So that's whether you are a composer of songs, a poet, whatever that is, we make sure that you experience our creativity. We out there writing, them brothers is writing them lyrics. It's all in their mind, all in their hearts, right? Until they let the industry get them. That's another story, another show. But the point is, us being able to express ourselves through writing and be encouraging, right? My young people, I do a workshop with young people called Phone Book, because a lot of people like to make young people think that they don't read and write as much as they do. And that's a myth, because the reality is that they read and write more than us because they text and they post. And so we need to be clear on that. And so I do a workshop called Phone Book, because I'm like, y'all got in your own universe, they have content in their phones of their experiences. And so the key is to give them what they need to go ahead and prosper, right? To go ahead and prosper in a way that puts it in a book, in a way that makes it a short story, a poem, a rap, and gives them another voice, another way to produce. And so I want to go ahead and get ready for our authors coming up. But I'm just going to show you a little bit more about the book fair. So, whoop, you understand. Oh, hold on. It's callers calling in, I believe. So we're going to come back after these visual messages so that we can go ahead and get the voices of the people that were there this weekend. And so I want to show an author who was there at the book fair. And this brother, he's just a wonderful writer. Let's take a look.
My name is Tony Lindsay, author of 12 fiction novels. I have written in murder mystery, speculative, romance, and urban fiction. My latest book, however, is a murder mystery titled One Dead Activist, set in Chicago during political times that we are now living in. Come on down to the Soulful Chicago Book Fair and get your copy. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Come on out August 5th, 2023. That is a Saturday, to see the wonder, buy books, and be a part of the growth of the South Side of Chicago. See you there. All right, so we're going to be on 63rd and Dorchester again. And that was Tony Lindsay. I love him as a writer. We've had him here on Gathering of the Griots before because he's prolific. I don't know how fiction writers create all those things. I don't know how they do it because it's so much. How do you create those new characters? I don't understand, but I do love the fact that, hey, he's here for it. So Tony Lindsay was at our past event. We love his work, and we have those types of commercials for all of our authors. If you go to YouTube and you go to Soulful Chicago Book Fair, you'll not only see these videos of this show, but they are commercials of all kinds of authors that have been in our event. And so I'm going to give you a little more of what we do, what we've done, and all of the different types of events. And when we come back, we're getting right to our authors. So take a look.
Hey you guys, how are you? I am Asada, founder of the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. And I'm elated because, Chicago's known for literary greats. You could just name them. Gwendolyn Brooks, Richard Wright. And even where I'm standing right this second is the block where Lorraine Hansberry was raised. So when you talk about the greatness of literary life in Chicago then, I need you to know that the Soulful Chicago Book Fair is going to breathe literary life into the world today. The Soulful Chicago Book Fair is so profound because there's actually no other book fair like it on the planet. Right down this block, you're going to literally see over 100 Black authors organized by genre. I'm talking one block is fiction, one block is nonfiction, and another block is children's authors, making it so that when you attend, you can go to the area that you love best. And the stories that you're going to see that day will astound you because people have actually taken the time to take what was important to them, whether it was teaching a lesson to children or documenting their grandmother's story, and putting it in a book so that you can take those experiences with you and learn from them. You see, the Soulful Chicago Book Fair is more than a one-day event. It's really more like a movement. We've been doing events every single month since the beginning of the year to help authors shape themselves, learn more, and connect with each other so that they get a better result out of delivering these awesome books that they have. And so in January, we had a publishing workshop we did in conjunction with Books Inc. Literary Services. Then we went into spoken word and we did a whole series called Microphone Check.
Just writing helps me to just center, calm down, focus, and I can get through my day. It's a way to deal with my 3 children. It's a way to deal with my marriage, deal with the struggles I'm going through.
I love money, but I hate math. I'm like, nigga, please don't make me laugh.
For the most part, it's a release for me, and it's a chance for me to let go of some of my thoughts and things like that. And then sometimes I surprise myself. I feel like, oh, I don't like that.
We want to thank you all for coming tonight.
Another great event that we did was called Black Authors Unite. And the beautiful thing about Black Authors Unite is that not only did authors come together to network, but we had dynamic activities. One activity was the Battle of the Genres, where you had to go with your own genre and they had to come up with something extemporaneous to say to show why they were the strongest genre.
This is called Battle of the Genres up in here tonight. Yes.
Nonfiction, it's honest, it's truth.
Speaking truth,
This is the genre. Gives honor to the voices shared.
Children's books are colorful and cute. They educate our children and help them to compute.
Ta-da!
Ready?
The fiction section is coming at you. Tell the stories that'll grab you. Fiction, 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 fiction. Hey!
Then we would have at those same networking events where you couldn't introduce yourself. No, your partner had to introduce you. And those exercises really help authors in a very succinct way introduce an author, introduce their book, and then not make it about themselves, but to make it about the person that they were working with.
And then there's also Article 88,
Jericho's Revenge.
Jericho's Revenge. Now, I don't know about you, but once you crack those books open, it's going to be like,
Yes.
all right, so that's Navi Robbins. He writes some great books, and as you can see, if you like to read, there's a lot to read here.
It's a very, very wonderful book. It breaks it down for children so that children will be able to be proficient in getting the education that we all know our children sorely need. So it's a great book. Hope you all get a copy.
What we're seeing with the whole Soulful Chicago Book Fair movement, we have something to say, but one, we're not alone here saying it, and we're here to validate ourselves and give power to ourselves as we share the stories that you'll find on July 16th, 2016 at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair.
Is the branding tight or what? Armadillo, you cold-blooded. If y'all want his services, y'all better just call me, because he be like, I got a lot of work. He don't need to be like, hey, come get me. But he's so awesome. Without Armadillo, I don't know what I would do. We got a caller on, they're at 773-410. Go ahead and say who you are. You in the shy. Who am I speaking to?
Good morning, Asada. It's Sandra L.
I just had to scream.
I do want to say to you, thank you so much for allowing me space once again. I think this was my third book fair, and I so enjoyed the networking. But what I most enjoyed, the networking that occurred, what I most enjoyed about it was you allowed me to actually bring a part of what you taught us in the virtual Soulful Chicago Book Fair to the book fair, this past book fair, and that helped so many people. And I'm speaking about the AI. And I brought my book, which is health related, but so is AI. And so as you often tell us, everybody has a story, but sometimes they need help expanding the words, putting the paragraphs, making pictures. And so the people that I was actually able to meet at the book fair this past, it was all about the business aspect that you taught us when we were in the virtual book fair. How you taught us, you have to do business. You have to get out there and sell yourself. It's not going to sell for you. So I'm so very thankful to you that you gave me that space and said, sure, bring it in. Let's see what you have. And that people were able to walk away and see how AI is not a frightening thing. It's here amongst us, and they have to get comfortable in using it. So I thank you for that very much.
Don't you leave. Don't you leave. Let me tell y'all something. That's Sandra L. Washington. Anybody that supported me for, and I'm going to use support in this sense, for the Metaverse Book Fair, we were all entering into uncharted waters. Black writers in the metaverse. Some of y'all still like, what? What is that? Well, a metaverse is just a simulation of the real world, but it's in the computer. We walk around with people, we network. It's a whole different flavor. And we still have that today. But Sandra L. Washington was in that event and really not only there, but just always there and always at the events, at the poetry readings, at the book discussions. And so whatever I got to do to support that one right there, boo, 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 that's what I'm going to do. Sandra, just tell them what your book is, baby. And then I want you to just quickly tell them about what you mean by the usage of AI, because artificial intelligence, we hear it a lot, but we're not really clear. It's almost like when internet was coming up, everybody wasn't really clear, but now even a baby, they might say internet before they say mama. I don't know. But anyway, explain what your book is, and then what is this AI that you are promoting that people can use?
Okay, so my book is a personal and family health planner and journal, and that's because so many of us, when we have a pandemic, and not even so much pandemic, when we get sick, period, we go to the doctor, we have no idea what's going on. We don't know what to tell them. They don't have time to tell us. So our health history gets lost. And a lot of times we get sicker than what we're supposed to get because no one knows, what's going on with our family history, with our personal history. And so that's why that book was written, is so that we would have a place to keep all of that information, not only for ourselves, but also for our family. So that's what the Personal Health Planning Journal is about. It's an infinity journal, meaning it has no date. So it's not like 2002 Personal Planner. This planner has no date. So it's good forever and ever and ever. And that's what we're hoping that people actually use the journal for, is to keep an infinity of guidelines on what's going on in their family as far as in themselves, as far as their health is concerned. The AI product that I actually distribute is called Ruby AI, which once again is artificial intelligence. There's so many things that it actually can help you to do in that mental space, right, of putting words down and making them make sense so that you can go out there and actually put it out there for everyone to see. We all have a story. The artificial intelligence helps us to tell that story. It's not to be used as a plagiarism tool, but as an idea generator, so that we can stop sitting on our thoughts and go ahead and put them on paper, not only for ourselves, but so the world has access to it. And so with the AI that I do distribute, it does a number of things. So, it has a virtual studio, it has voiceover, it just has it has a sentence expander, a paragraph expander. It has so much that you can do with artificial intelligence. So that's what the product is. I call her my BFF. So my BFF Ruby is the product that I do have. And thank you for allowing me the time to actually get that information out.
You already know, girl. What? Promote, promote, promote. Let's get it. Look, I love you. I'm telling y'all to call. Look, numbers at the bottom, 727-731-5192. Hey, you an author? You want to promote your book? I'm G for that. Let's go. And I love you, Sandra. Thank you for coming on and giving your not only the description of your products, but just your overall, always, I'm going to use that word, support of what we do. So thank you so much, baby. I think she's gone. Anyway, yes, Sandra L. Washington. Please look her up on social media. She has a health journal, like she said, that helps you to record what's up with your family. Sometimes my daughters be like, I said S, don't say that. One daughter. Sometimes my daughter would be like, you need to get that checked out. It might be a spot on my leg or this or that. You need to get that checked out. But that is the type of journal where she can keep record of what her mama's going through. I think I need to get that book. I need to get that today. So anyway, you guys, we are going to chime in with a sister. She got that energy. I had to set up right next to my daughter for a reason, because she part of my little history. We're going to find out about this, and I'm part of hers. So we're gonna find out. So this sister was on our show about a week or two ago, and talking about her book. She had never done a book fair before, and this was her first one. So we're gonna open it up. Boop boop. We're gonna open it up. Boop boop. To my girl. Her name is Hope Kyle. What's up, mama? You on mute. There you go.
Hey, there we go. How are you?
I'm loving life. Let me get cute like you. What's up, mama? Welcome back to Gathering of the Griots. So first, before we get into how you liked it or anything like that, just tell the audience that if they weren't there, how you know a sister. What's the connection?
Okay, so I had my baby in a stroller, getting on the bus, taking her to daycare on my way to work, and Asada was on the bus with her daughter, and she was promoting the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. But this was like the first one, or maybe one of the first few ones, because my baby was little, and gave me information about fire. But she also gave me the book Don't Beat Our Kids or Beating Our Kids. And I was very not in that stage because I had the baby. So I was very keen and very trying to get all this information about how to raise my daughter the right way without, popping her all the time. And so I brought my daughter, a brand new baby, to the Soulful. It was outside on 61st Street, Soulful Chicago Book Fair. It was hot, but I had met my friend there and walked around for a little bit and left. But it made an indelible mark on me. We went back when my daughter was like 2 and did it again. And so now to be able to, reach out to the side and say, I'm a children's book writer full time now. Are you still doing the book fair? Can I come? And of course, she was so great. And I guess the rest is history because now the Soulful Chicago Book Fair is my book fair. I own it. I claim it as mine.
And it's mine and it's mine. That's right. You got that right, baby. So I just love that story because I just do. When you out in life and you on purpose, baby,
Oh
you
my God.
connect to these souls, and you don't know. Like she just a woman I'm talking to. I'm giving her my book, promote my book fair, and I go on with my life. But look how it comes full circle.
Years later, here we go. Here I am.
Because she ain't no infant no more, baby. She was running around that book fair. How old is she now?
She is 5.5.
Okay.
She'll be 6 June 2nd. So very soon she'll be 6.
You see what I'm saying, y'all? So I told you we've been doing a book fair since 2016. So yeah, she been there from the beginning. So talk about it, girl. You was let me show you something. Let me show you a little something. Let's look at this. Watch this. When I show you this, I was like, wait a minute. She got a lot going on. You had these brothers with the book.
Yeah.
Who these people right here? You know them?
Yeah, this is a family friend. And he bought the book and brought his son, and I signed it. So he didn't actually buy the book there. He brought the book to be signed. Family friends and my aunties. I had a lot of family support. It was great.
You sure did. Look at this girl. Ooh, look at
That's
her.
my niecey Pooh. It was her. That was her birthday. The fair was the day of her birthday. She turned 6. So she's around the same age as Hannah. Brianna.
Look at her, girl. She was loving that. And look at this. Now look, this her daughter, y'all. Boop, boop,
Yes, but her bestie's eye joy. So yes, they had the book and they were together like inseparable at the time there. They love each other and the book. Oh, this is so sweet. This was a mother and daughter that came by. I knew, and she kept looking at the book page by page, and she left and went around, but she came back and she bought it. I knew she was going to buy it, just the way she was looking at it.
Girl, and those are big literary folks. She really
her mom is like a publisher. Yeah,
yes, indeed. And then here they are looking through the book.
That was what she kept looking at. It kept touching it.
That's right. And then who this right here? Who this?
Okay, so the little girl that was with my daughter, that's her mother. One of my good friends. I met her in the church bathroom when she had just had the baby. I was pregnant, and she and I have become like instant friends for the past 7 years. So She was the one I met at the fair at the first book fair I came to in 2018. We met there. She had her little daughter in the wagon. I had mine in the stroller, and yeah, so she had to
Nice.
come. It was so great. I had, like I said, I had a lot of support. It was a
You
lot of fun.
did. And this is what I be trying to tell
It
people
was
that are in the
great.
right. I'm gonna have you describe it in a minute, but let me just say, you know, God gave me the vision to create the book fair, right? And the book fairs, and I love marketing, so yep, do that. But it is a place for you guys. It's like a destination location where you have your friends and family and co-workers meet you in this space to get your book. It's going to be other people like the sister that was there, Denise Hetherington is her name, and she goes and supports literary institutions, book fairs, and all of that. But you're going to have those people come because that's the marketing I'm going to do. But if you come to the book fair and you've done your own marketing and you telling people I'm debuting my book, whatever, you're going to have a good time. And so I just
It was,
recommend that.
and I did tell everybody. It was on every social media page. I was texting it, I was emailing. So I mean, because it was my first, I really wanted it to be a wonderful experience. And truthfully, I mean, I'm glad they all came, but I think I would have had a good time if I didn't have my family come, because it was
Mhm.
just, I told you, it was a vibe. And everyone that I had come in that was connected to me said, "This is so good. Y'all doing this again." They want to know about the next one. So I said, "Of course I'm gonna do it again. You gonna see me every time I'm gonna promote it." So it was a really good, we had fun. It was music, it was good food, it was networking for me, going around looking at all the other authors and how they had their setups and got their sign. It was just really, for my first one, I'm glad it was my first one, because now it has me thinking, well, if I do another, when I do another one, the bar is high.
So let me ask. Oh, we don't want that. I mean, let me bring us back here, girl. That's right. So, we don't want that. This is soulful Chicago stuff. You made a great. We did like a little short video of you, and it was you know how we do it. I be
It was a
catching
lot going on. It's a lot of cameras and people moving. Yes,
exactly, but I think something, and it's similar to what you were just saying. But you said something about well, let me ask this: how'd you do that day?
okay, so I kind of have a mark in my mind. I said, okay, Hope, if you sell 5 books, that's a really good day. If you
Okay.
sell 10 books, that's a great day. And I sold 6 books. So
All
it
right.
was a real good day. It was really good. But I met so many people. It was just a good, it didn't even feel long. Like we were there from, I guess I was there from 9 to 6. And it didn't feel like that. And that's a long day. It didn't feel like that. It was such, I did good. I did good.
Nice, nice. Well, I kept seeing your book going around. I kept seeing that. I kept seeing
It
people
was
walking
moving.
around. Yeah, and even those people coming back to get it signed, because that happened to another author too,
Uh-huh.
where people came in with the book and was like, I'm coming to get it signed. And you know, that's part of what the book fair is about for me. It is a
Mhm.
chance to make you all shine. People need to know who Hope Kyle is. You understand what I'm saying?
And I
Coming.
really felt like people got to know. If they
Mhm.
stopped by, they walked by, and they talked, and I got to talk to them. They got a sense of what Moments of Hope is. So Hope Kyle is Moments of Hope, and it's the website, and I got books and writing and blogs. So they knew that they could, I have a blog, so they could be in community with me and in conversation with me too, which is so nice.
So is the blog a part of your website?
It is. I do have a weekly blog, and I usually do the between Wednesday and Fridays when I post it, and then I let people know that they can go to my website and they can read the blog. And I've started it from the very first week that I really dove into this, which is in early March. So I have about 7 entries so far. I love writing, obviously. So the blog is just like another way to it's dot biz. It's not
You
that.
better tell me. That's why I put it there. I'll go say, is this it? Hold on. I go say, I was like, I hope this right. It's your website. Hold on, let's get
Yeah,
right
it's
let him know.
.biz, not .com.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Watch. Boop, boop, boop. We gonna fix that. Look, y'all playing games. I'll fix that. But this is what I need people to be able to do. This is the type of thing we need to be able to do for each other, guys. Is this type of promotion. So momentsofhope.biz has her information on it. It has her blog on it. Now, tell them about Piece of Cake, though, the book. And
Okay,
what
so the book is obviously on the website as well. You can email me and I will invoice you, and you can Zelle the payment or whatever way you want to pay it. And then I ship it. But Piece of Cake is a name story. And the whole idea is that all of us, especially Black people, we always have a story behind our name, why we were given the name that we were given. And Piece of Cake is an old man whose nickname is Piece of Cake. And the idea is that he tells his story of how he got the nickname Piece of Cake to a little girl that comes into the diner. And then she tells her story of how she got her name. And so they share this bond through their name stories. And the idea that I end the book with is asking kids, what's your name story? What is the story behind why they chose the name? In a lot of Black people, it could be because grandma watched a soap opera or mama was watching a soap opera, or maybe you're named after uncle who lives down south or was, very strong in the community. We all have a name behind a story behind our name, and Black people especially, Black and brown people especially.
Yo, you know how many names we be having as a people? Ooh. So
we have a lot.
Girl, Black people got a lot of names, and I love us for that because
I do too.
It's like terms of endearment also.
Yes.
We have to do it. I was watching this comedian, I don't even know his name. So it was a mixed audience. He was like I said, he's a comedian, but he was like, white people they name their dogs regular names, like come here Peter, come here Jane. And he said, but Black people, they dogs always got some nickname, right? So he was just picking random people in the audience. He was like, who got a dog? Everybody, raise their hand. So the white person, what's your dog name? Sharon. Okay, good. He asked a Black person, what's your dog name? Poogie. Like, it was just so hilarious. And so I don't know why we do that, but I do that. Like, once I get to know you, it's like I said, it's like a term of endearment.
It's endearment.
It's endearment. But then also, if you African American, like they say, right? You're dealing with a history where your name was taken from you.
Exactly.
And so we have name, it's a few things going on. It's a name, like if your last name is Black man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got the names that we sort of Iona. I got this from the movie Daughters of the Dust. I own her.
Own her. Yes.
That's right. I own her, right?
I own her.
So there's that side of our names, but then there's that ain't my name. Now, I was born, my mama named me Rachel Kirkland. Now, that's all right, because when I looked up Rachel, it meant what it meant, and it's in the Bible, all that. Right. But then there's Asada, the lioness. Oh, yeah.
That's true.
That was given to me by an elder named Phil Coran, who many people know of, but he was an astronomer, astrologer, all that. But my name Asada was in my charts, like when the planets were aligned, blah, blah, blah. So good. So you got Asada. So I work at the church Scientology. And so you got different races, but the Black people there, we got different names. Oh, they be like, wait a minute. I'd be like, it's all those.
All of that.
It's all that.
All of that.
That's right. But I love what you just said about a name. What did you say you tell them to do? Your name story?
Your name story. So the idea, I'm calling what I call Piece of Cake a name story. And I feel like every one of us has a name story. Mm-hmm. And when I was signing the book, when I signed the book, I encouraged the kids and whoever bought the book to find out what is your name story, but not just find out what it is, share it.
Mm,
And
mm,
that's
mm.
where I feel like, that's the power of Black culture, that we did have these stories that were passed on by word of mouth, because a lot of times people couldn't read and write, they were sharing the stories. And so I want to encourage kids to start telling to not just read my book, but tell their own stories too.
Mm.
Figure out what your name story is, because it's important.
Let me tell y'all something on a spiritual tip. Mm-mm-mm. My daughter, when she was in my womb, I ain't know what her name was gonna be. I was like, I don't know what, maybe Indian or something. I was looking at Indian names. I think I was an Indian man in my past life, but anyway. But one day I woke up and the word patience just was like boom, like, so I know she did that. Like I know she told me to name her that. But her generation, they got names like Patient. One of her good friends' name is Victory. Then another friend's name is Destiny. That whole generation got names like Journey, all of these tenets of principles. And so
Oh, there we go. There we
when
go.
they become adults, it's gonna be what we doing now. Like that's almost like a charge to take those principles and bring them into existence so that they roll. I mean, even in my generation, I know I'm older than I am, but like the 5%ers, they
Just
used
a
to
little bit.
look. I'm more than half a century. Don't play with me. But anyway, so but the 5%ers, they name themselves like imperial or these words that exemplify greatness. And so that name energy, and making sure that you live through that, I think that's something strong for our people and something that
I'm gonna just tell you, my whole name is Hope Tiffany Nia Kyle. Okay.
mm,
My father named me Hope because he
mm,
said that an angel whispered that I would be the hope of the family. My
mm,
father also named me Nia when I was 16. I went through a rites of passage ceremony and gave me that name, Nia, which means purpose.
purpose. That's
So
right.
my name is Hope and Purpose, hopeful purpose. And so that's what I feel. I'm walking in my purpose now as a writer. I knew it at 12 years old, I wanted to be a writer, but life will get you off track. But
Mhm.
now that I'm in my purpose, it feels like I should have been doing this a long time ago.
Everything in its time and what's going to happen. See, your daughter is the age that my daughter was when her book came out.
Yeah, your daughter talked to my daughter about how she wrote the book when she was 7, and
Mhm.
Hannah, because she's like, tell me stuff, tell me. She was just hanging on the words like 7. I'm like, you'll be 6, 7 is right there. And I told you I made a corner in her room because she makes up stories, and she told me she wanted to do a YouTube. So we've been practicing doing her storytelling on camera. I have to get the little ring light so it lights up around her face good.
Girl, girl, easy peasy. Get us started. Like for real, for real.
No, I have. You were the reason why I even made the corner in her room. Like I was like, I'm gonna make this happen.
Oh,
And
I love
so
it.
we've been practicing. We haven't released a video. I don't even know how that much will go. I'm probably gonna release it first on my webpage, and so I can
Yeah.
protect it and curate them. But yeah, hey,
Simple.
why
Start
not?
it.
Why
You're
not?
going to improve as it goes on.
Right.
All you got to do is write up that content and make sure that because it could
See,
be
she's
10-minute
she's
little
just learning
vignettes.
to read now, so I feel like when she gets to read, like really read the stories, it's
Mhm.
going to be even more magical and powerful because now she
Mm.
reads little short stories. But it's just now she just makes them up from her head. It's
I
just
like that. That's that right there.
just
Her
makes
making
them,
up the stories, reading stories, we got it. Okay, blah, 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 blah. But making up the stories, because you could see when a young person's making up a story,
in
you
their
could see,
eyes.
yeah, you could see it in their eyes. They'd be like, and yeah,
Yes, and she starts with the once upon a time or one there was one, and her stories usually are kind of creepy. She likes mystery in the forest, kind of running. Hey, it ain't my thing, but it's her thing. So hey,
do it.
I'm
Do
doing
it.
it.
Like go it.
You
Do it.
encourage
Go
me.
it. Because when you do it, you shoot it, and then it's gonna come as an MP4, usually, depending on
Mhm.
whatever you're using. but then you could download those right onto YouTube. You
Yeah.
can also edit them in YouTube, but
Okay.
they got a whole editing suite for you to go.
I'm
Cloo,
about
cloo,
to
cloo.
learn some stuff. This is this time.
Yeah, let's
So
go. Let's
she
go. We ain't
so
got no
she
time to
went,
wait.
and then she was so in love with the book fair. She was like, "Oh, I just love the book fair, mommy." She had so much fun. The art was it the art party session
Yes.
section? Oh, my daughter was once that opened up, it was like, "See you later, mommy.
Bye.
I'm about to do art all day."
Look, that little girl that came back made her mama bring her back, and they
Lexi.
soon as Lexi entered the room for the second time, your daughter ran to her, and grabbed her by her, like they just met that day. We know this for a fact.
My daughter's the one she making friends. She making
What?
What?
She grabbed Lexi, and let me tell you something. Lexi is big on friends. Like we did a podcast and she talked about, they were like, what's the best part of the podcast class? She's like, my friends. She said, my friends make me strong. My friends encourage me. Now she's 6 now. So when your daughter innately ran to her and threw her arm around her, I saw Lexi's face. And it wasn't like, it was like, I got a friend, baby. Like she was like, she felt known. She felt I love that moment. And I'm glad I was able to catch it. But do you have that picture of your daughter in front of you anywhere?
Oh, the one that was drawn. Will you hold one second? I'm
Go
gonna
ahead, I'm
stop.
gonna
I'm
hold.
gonna go get it's right in the other room.
Go get it. Let me tell y'all, it's such a great image. A great image because Dion Victoria, like I told you, she was the one who did the art party. And man, I mean, I told her just the other day, because she was out taking Scientology over at my job. But I was like, the next book fair, I want you doing this all the time. I want you doing these portraits of people because this looked just like her daughter. I'm going to put up a picture of her daughter. Hold on. I'm going to put up a picture of her. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Hold on. And then we got to call her real quick. Let me just find the picture of her. Look, hold on. Put it on my, hold on. Let me switch you. Hold on. I'm going to switch you.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get this right. Girl, because it's so cute. Let me move her over. So y'all see her daughter. But then, yes, let me do that back. Look at it. Ooh, I love it. Look
Isn't
at
it
that.
perfect? It's perfect.
Perfect. What? And so Dion Victoria, we love you. What? And I just love it's so beautiful. So she had a great time. Let me get this caller. Let me see who calling in here. 312-200. Go ahead. Go on the air.
Hello?
Yes. What's your name?
You know, I don't know how I got unmuted, but my name is Rashida. I don't know how that happened. I was sitting there listening. I heard you say unmuted, but I'm enjoying the conversation about the young people growing and doing.
Yes.
So that's all.
Oh, well, thank you, sis. We are so glad you're here to hear us and to know this is what I need for the brothers and sisters to know. Our people are in good hands. Just know that we're in good hands. A lot of people think, oh my God, the world's so terrible. Nope. They just don't promote the good part. See, that's where we come in. It's a lot of good happening. It's a lot of future being created. But the fact that you caught it and the fact that you're here with us, that makes a difference. So thank you, sister, for listening. And just know we got your back and your front and your side. Thank you for calling in. Cool. So, my dear, yes, indeed. What are you? We know your daughter and her future is real. I'm gonna help you with
It's
that.
right.
I'm gonna help you with that personally, because see what happens is this is a cute stage. My daughter, fortunately, she got like 4 more books, and I did them when she was young. Mommy ain't bring them out. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, patience, I swear. But the reality now is that my daughter's 20. So we can't do the little cute videos of that. We could do a different version,
Right.
But the point is, I even got a video from when she was 12 of her, and I mean, it's a produced piece.
It's great. I
Isn't it
saw that
great?
video when she's going through the New York. It is great. Like, I know she's grown, but that video is all of that. And
Thank
if
you.
if Hannah can do a fraction, just half of that at 5, we all right. We on our way.
Yeah, look, Hannah going to become an influencer. That's what Hannah going to do. She's going to get on that camera. You do a quick 5 minute of her and get her telling one of her stories and have her end the same way each time going, that's all for today. Bye now. Hang up. And
She
then
loves saying, subscribe to my channel. And she does that too. Subscribe to my channel.
love it. So you already know, guys, this is the game that's getting ready to get played. And this girl could be bringing in, you don't know what kind of vibe that's going to be. So we're going to talk
Okay.
so that we get that rolling because, see, let them start telling the stories now. That's
Now,
going to evolve into what it's going to evolve into later. But by that time, you'll be
you know,
sitting.
when I had her, the midwife that helped me give birth said, you know, this baby, she gonna be like the one to cure cancer. She is special. And I said, I'm okay for that. I'm here for that.
Look, I be telling my daughter, I'm so glad you chose me.
I know, because are we gonna reap the benefits of having these daughters?
They chose us. Like,
I
that's
know.
really an honor. And so it makes you just say, thank you to them. And it makes
Well,
you
I
just,
want to make sure that I say this on the
please,
show to you that
please.
the book fair is now, like I said, I own it as it's part of me, and I will do the book fair as long as I can do the book fair. I've decided that. But just for all of you who do tune in, I know you have a following, Asada, but she was and has been phenomenal, especially for us newbies, because they not always are you met with such grace and also someone who genuinely wants you to do well. So thank you. She did put me in a great spot for the book fair, which I think was another reason why people were just all seeing my book as soon as they walked in. But it was phenomenal, and we want to make sure we give people their flowers when they're here, not when they're gone. So Asada, I'm giving flowers because it was great, and I'm just glad I was a part of it and can't wait to be a part of the next one.
Look, y'all.
You so silly. You so silly.
Oh my God. No,
You
thank
so
you so much,
silly.
sis. Oh, I love being silly. Thank you so much for just that energy. I appreciate it. This is what I live for. Sometimes it's daunting and tiring
I
sometimes.
bet.
But because sometimes my daughter be like, why are we doing this? Why are we
She
sitting
never stopped smiling. She never stopped moving. I was amazed by how many times I saw you just everywhere. But you were great. And I'm
Man,
going
thank you.
The next one is August what?
August 10th. August 10th.
I'll be there.
Very good. Yeah.
Hopefully with a new book because I have books being written and put together. So Mooch on the 9 is the next book.
Yay. Let's get it. You guys, let me tell you, I love you for being here today. Thank you for coming here
You're
today,
welcome.
Hope. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. You guys that are watching, thank you for being here today. This has been a blast. Gathering of the Griots. What? Gathering of the Griots every Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. We'll see you next week. Peace.
All right. Bye, everybody.
I love you.
We've come to the end of our show today, but you can hear every show in the archives at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. You can also hear today's show on the Female Solution Facebook page. Go to www.facebook.com/the-female-solution. Leave your comments about today's show. You can always reach me on my website at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com. Watch our TV shows. listen to our radio shows, order our books, and be sure to get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussion. And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, Sheshe, India, Zanyabad, Japan, Arigato, Korea, Kamsamnida, Russia, Spasiba, Germany, Danke, Poland, John Kudjum, France, Merci, Spain, Gracias, Italy, Grazie, Egypt, Shukran, Ghana, Medasi, Nigeria, Eshe, South Africa, Yabonga, Senegal, Jerez, Kenya, Asante, Israel, Toda, Pakistan, Shukriya, Afghanistan, Tashakur, Saudi Arabia, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you. And may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessing.